Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be testing my cats to see how smart they are. But before we begin, there is some credit I would like to give to YouTuber Half Asleep Chris. He's the one who created this test to test his cats. So I'm basically just going to be using the test he made and giving it to my cats and see how they do. Alright, with that, let's begin. The first question is, play a video of birds on a TV. Do they A, don't realize it's a video and try to catch the birds, B, take a bit of time but eventually realize it's a video, or C, immediately realize it's a video and they're actually not real birds? So Yahtzee did nothing, she completely ignored it, so I'm not going to count that as she knew it was a screen, so she gets 3 points for that round. Ahsoka started going up and batting at it right away, and she even went behind the TV on one of them to try to find the birds behind the TV for real, so she gets 1 point. Padme jumped up, immediately started batting at the birds, so she also gets a 1 point. Question 2 is, place your cat in front of a mirror. Do they try to fight the reflection? Do they show interest in the reflection? Or do they realize it's a reflection and ignore it? Ahsoka looked at it for a little bit, but completely ignored it. She just walked around and liked that beanbag. Padme, on the other hand, got distracted by a spider and was trying to kill it and eat it. It was actually kind of funny to watch. But yeah, she also completely ignored it. And Yahtzee, she tried to go behind it to see if she could find her reflection, but other than that, she kind of ignored it. Question 3. Do they A, do nothing, B, ripple fur, or C, remove the string? It took a while, but Ahsoka did end up removing it. Padme did very good and ended up removing it in a few seconds. And Yahtzee did absolutely nothing. That means Padme and Ahsoka both get 3 points for this round, but Yahtzee only gets 1. Question 4 is, show the cats their favorite toy and then hide it. Do they A, never find it, B, find it in less than 30 seconds, or C, find it in less than 15 seconds? I showed Padme her toy, and I hid it behind this pillow thing, and she found it within seconds. Ahsoka, on the other hand, I did the same thing, and she was kind of just too lazy. She knew where it went. She just flopped down. And Yahtzee also did the same thing. She just ignored it. Didn't do anything. So that means for this round, Padme got 3 points, and then the other two only got 1 point. So the next few questions are actually like observation questions. So it's just me answering questions on a 5-point scale, based on their past routines and just things they do. The first observation question is, do they have a morning routine? So Ahsoka is normally upstairs for the majority of the morning until she hears the food can being opened, and then she sprints downstairs. Yahtzee is sometimes upstairs, sometimes downstairs, sometimes here, sometimes there. She has no morning routine whatsoever. Padme is normally downstairs, but sometimes she goes upstairs. In total, Yahtzee gets 1 point, Ahsoka gets 4 points, and Padme gets 3 points. Unsurprisingly, the next one is the bedtime routine. So the cats are actually pretty good with this one. They stay upstairs most times, unless they sneak downstairs in the middle of the night and sneak some treats in, which I wouldn't really be surprised. But yeah, for the majority of the night, they're all upstairs. Ahsoka normally sits on the stairs and just meows the whole night, which makes it impossible to fall asleep. But for this challenge, I'm giving her a 5. Yahtzee's normally just in my parents' room, and Padme just roams around the hallways. Padme gets a 2, and Yahtzee gets a 3. Actually, you know what I just noticed? Jenga would have been great in this part of the challenge, because she was just always on the couch. No matter what day, no matter what time of day, she was just always on the couch. Next one up is, do the cats eat different types of foods? Okay, Yahtzee will only eat ocean whitefish and tuna. If it's any other flavor, she will not eat a single bit. So she gets a 1 for this round. Padme and Ahsoka both steal Yahtzee's food sometimes. They eat the dry food, they eat the wet food, they eat their flavor, they eat Yahtzee's flavor. I'm going to say they get a 4. The next one's pretty funny. It's how does your cat communicate that they want food? Yahtzee will come downstairs and meow relentlessly, which according to the quiz is 3 points. Padme and Ahsoka, surprisingly, are the two really younger ones. But they really don't do much. They just come sprinting down when they hear the food. They don't really ask for the food. They just come down when we give it to them. So that's 1 point for them. The next one is if our cats make different sounds for different needs. Padme pretty much only meows when you pick her up or touch her belly. So I'll give her 2 points, a few different sounds. And by the way, we're back to having the maximum being 3 points. Yahtzee meows when you pick her up, when you turn a corner, when you see her, when you make eye contact with her. She does this little trilly thing, which apparently means like hi. She meows when she's hungry. She meows when she wants water. She meows for everything, and literally I just heard her meow. I'm in the basement right now. I just heard her meow from upstairs. So she definitely gets the 3 points. Ahsoka pretty much only meows at nighttime and keeps us awake all night. So that's pretty much the only time she'll meow, so I'm going to give her 1 point. Question 10 is how many words do your cats know? I think Yahtzee knows her name. I don't even think Padme and Ahsoka know their names because we always call them nicknames. And they're only like 1/8 of the age of Yahtzee. But regardless, according to the test, all 3 of them get 1 point. Question 11 is if you're petting your cat, do they move to encourage you to pet certain spots? Yahtzee will flop on her side and encourage you to pet her belly. Padme will do the opposite and encourage you not to, because if you do, she will destroy you. And Ahsoka doesn't really do any of that. I'm going to give Yahtzee 3 points, Padme 2 points, and Ahsoka 1 point. Questions 12 and 13 are both related to teaching the cats tricks. Okay, so the 14th and final question happens to be my favorite to answer. It's on a scale of 1 to 10, how smart do you think your cats are? Now, in my opinion, Yahtzee she gets a 5. I mean, she's pretty smart. Not the best, not the worst, but pretty well-rounded. I'd give Padme a 3 because she's just Padme. It's honestly just like a running joke in my family that just Padme is just not smart at all. I mean, she speaks for herself. Get that bee, Padme, get that bee. What did you do? Ahsoka, I feel like, is the smartest out of the 3 cats. Again, I don't really know why. I just kind of feel like it. So I'm going to give her a 7. All right, time to add up the scores. Drum roll, please. I said drum roll. Just add the audio. Yahtzee gets 28 out of 57. Padme gets 29 out of 57. And Ahsoka wins with 32 out of 57. So all the cats ended up being in the average range, which ends up to be the smartness of a 2-year-old human, according to Google. So there you have it. Ahsoka is the smartest cat, and I'll see you guys in the next video.